Oh, from a distance in the sunlight, I thought that this was a sewing machine.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's a lamp on its side. Hi, my name's Mark.
And I'm Ned.
And welcome back to the channel. Today, we thought we'd do something interesting. In our new town of Signal Mountain, there's an event that takes place, which is the world's longest yard sale. And it runs right along the main street of our town, and it goes for miles and miles. So we have a little bit of cash, $50, and our plan is to go to at least 2 or 3 sites along the route and see if we can find anything fiber or fiber arts related. This could be some quilts, maybe sewing supplies, fabric, maybe some yarn. More likely, we might find some notions or organization, things that would go along with fiber and fiber arts. So if you're interested in coming along with us, hearing more about this event, stick around and let's get into it. So I have memories of attending parts of this yard sale growing up.
Okay.
And one time I think my family did our own yard sale. We weren't right on the path, but if you advertise, if you put signs up, I think you could probably put things out online or on message boards. People show up.
Yeah, yesterday when I was driving home from the gym, there were all these signs that said, "Don't miss this one on this road."
And you'll see people, the whole main route through town, anywhere near a yard sale, there are cars parked along the road. So if you're a tourist and you're driving through to follow the sale, you'll notice where activity's happening. So it's one of those things that I think you can play by ear. There are some larger fields and setups that people go to specifically. But I think for the most part, it's pretty flexible. And we're just driving down the highway to see what looks good. Where there's parking, where there's still stuff.
We just looked it up, and this runs all the way from Alabama to Michigan every August for, I think, 4 days, which is pretty cool. And I think it's in the Guinness Book of World Records probably as the world's longest yard sale.
So it started yesterday, 2 days ago?
Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday, and now it's Saturday. So I'm wondering how much stuff will be left. There might not be near as much. And I was talking to Ned last night saying, I wonder how the sellers do that. People who prepare for a whole year for this yard sale, if they know they have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I don't know if they're putting different things out and saving. Yeah, if they have 1 million quilts or 1 million specific trinkets, then maybe they do put some out to fill a table, and as it sells, they replenish it.
I would think that because today is Saturday, and I'm sure today will be the busiest day, that maybe they stagger their items so that they have a plethora of things to offer.
So we'll find out. We're approaching some areas that have things. So I think we'll find a spot to park and we'll start shopping. I see a washing machine. Okay.
All right, here we are.
So we've made it to these 2 bigger fields. I think this is what they call Picker's Field. It could be wrong, that might be further down, but we've got all these cars. Everybody's parked along the side of the road and then into the neighborhoods. There was even someone charging $5 for parking. So that's a way to make a little bit of money if you live right along the sale. So across from us, there's a big field, and then behind us, a big field with all sorts of vendors. So let's see what we can find. That stuff is cool. So it's interesting. I see a lot of antiques.
Yeah.
But I also see a lot of, I don't know, new things, handmade things.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the handmade stuff.
Crafty things, people who maybe have their own business or online storefront. And this is a chance to sell it in person.
I also was impressed to see the things like the pickles and the jams.
Yeah, there's a local coffee shop here, a bakery. And so it's nice to see that stuff set up.
Yeah.
Behind me is a wheelbarrow, and recently one of my cousins was in a nasty accident with a wheelbarrow. It just turned on her, and she got sliced up. So I'm not going to get that for her because it's really rusty, and that would be bad news. But she's on my mind and in my heart today. I wonder if we'll find quilts.
I don't know.
What do you think Cube is? Is it a game?
It looks like a game.
That's fun. And then the candlesticks are pretty.
Those are pretty.
Or candle holders, candlestick holders. A container.
Yeah, well, kid can't reach up there.
Here's something, a sewing basket. So the top we've got, there's even a pin in it, place for pins. And then that first basket, and below it, more space. It's pretty.
How much is it?
$45. Wicker sewing basket. I like that. And what initially caught my eye was this little friend. And a hat box.
With a hat in it.
Feels like, we're stepping back in time in many ways.
A little bit, yeah.
Which is fun.
There's someone's needlework.
Oh, and I didn't even see the
Oh, yeah.
crochet there. I like the birds down there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
I remember my grandparents had lamps like this, oil lamps. They didn't say home sweet home. They didn't, but they had the oil lamps. And I remember having to be very careful around them.
That's kind of spooky. Like in the house?
Yeah,
Oh.
they'd have an oil lamp like this on the side table. Back in the day, in Lower Alabama, in LA.
So we just heard across the street this guy shouting about his wares. I think it's the funnel cake man, but I also thought he was talking about grilled cheese. So
I
who
think he
knows?
said grilled cheese.
Maybe they have
mac
grilled
and
cheese funnel
cheese.
cake. That sounds fun.
That sounds yummy.
What do you think?
So we're here with Sasquatch
Hello.
with Bigfoot. He is $1,900 if you're in the market.
Mm.
He's pretty cool. I like his beard. That's neat. This must be the official Bigfoot tent. All right, here we go. I feel like all the things over here are things I recognize from childhood.
Yeah.
I feel like there was an M&M thing like that at church. And then Brian had a Cabbage Patch Kid, or a My Buddy, that looked just like him. And then Becky had this doll, the one with the eyes that gets stuck shut.
Isn't that an American Girl doll? I wonder.
I don't know if their eyes come open or not.
Oh.
But you know the ones where you
Yeah,
lay
I
them
do.
back. Yeah, Becky had a doll like this. It looks like Becky. So it's like Becky and Brian, my brother and sister right there. I'm sweating. It's hot. So we've made it through the second field. We did see more fiber stuff on this side. We saw lots of crocheted Afghans. We saw some crewel work. We saw the little crocheted cup cozies. And then the historic feed bags. What were they, 1930s? Patchwork and little piecing, hand quilted. And those were really beautiful. They were expensive. I don't know the history of feed bags, so I'll look into it and see. But I heard somebody else who started the yard sale maybe on Thursday or Friday. She said that she found some feed bags and she was excited. But the feed bags she found were like $10 a piece. They weren't maybe as special and historic or detailed. So success with the first stop. We found a few things.
Yeah.
We didn't buy anything. A lot of it is, I don't know what to say. Okay, success with the first stop. That was nice to be able to go through those 2 fields. It seemed intimidating to even park, but just going to a neighborhood nearby and being able to park somewhere normal, it was easy to walk. People are paying attention. No one's getting run over. So it's easy enough to cross the street and safely get where you need to be.
And I think even though not everything was necessarily our style, it was really fun to look at everything that was there.
It was cool to see. I like seeing the antiques.
Yeah.
Things like the gas lamps
Yeah.
and candlesticks, the really old cookery. I like that, and it brings back a lot of memories of my grandparents.
Yeah.
Things they had in their homes, especially in the South, because a lot of this, it could be some of their things. And even seeing some of the toys and games and movies, old electronics, that definitely makes me think of my childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
And some of that could be my stuff because we're here in the town where I grew up. So we're driving further down towards the backside of the mountain where some of these larger setups are. We're just keeping our eyes peeled for another place to pull off.
That one could be promising.
There's something over here to the side of us, so we might check that out. We tried to park earlier, hanging off the side of the road, and our car did not respond well to it. We're in a little Prius, and it scraped and acted like it was going to get stuck. I think we're okay here. This is Picker's Field. I see the sign.
Yeah.
You saw the field. I saw the sign. So we're here. Let's get out and see what we can find. So I think this is one of the biggest spots, at least in our town.
Yeah,
I'm sure from Alabama to Michigan, there are other well-known spots that people advertise, especially if you're returning and you want to see another seller.
I hope we find a quilt.
I hope we find a quilt. I want to find a quilt, and that's what I would want us to spend our money on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Something I love is these signs.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a road sign.
Look at the church mouse.
Funny. All right, we think we see quilts and sewing stuff. Is that from a church?
I don't know. It almost looks like it could have been from someone's house, like a mudroom.
That's interesting. It looks like a pew.
Yeah.
Oh, from a distance in the sunlight, I thought that this was a sewing machine.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's a lamp on its side. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a picture of this lady?
I'm okay, thank you.
I can't get it to focus on her.
They have an old toilet.
I
A
saw
chamber
that.
pot.
$30. I like things like this.
Yeah. Is it a bread box?
It's an ash bucket.
What's that?
An antique ash bucket. I guess you shovel your ashes from the fire into it.
Oh, I thought you said mash bucket.
No, ash. I guess it's a doorstop. It's heavy. For a single bed, $45.
That's not bad. That's pretty with the roses.
$75. I like this color scheme. I can't tell.
I think it's for a doll bed. Yeah, little dollies.
Little dollies. Pigeon Forge. That's funny. Dolly. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton quilts. I like the big version.
Yeah.
That's funny. Little Dolly. It's the bedspread and shams queen size for $80.
Seems like a pretty good
Dolly
deal.
Parton. How funny.
She's everywhere.
I wonder if it would work. still hot. I'm melting, but we're here at Picker's Field. This is beautiful. This must be the field. I don't know who owns this property or what normally takes place here, but there's a remarkable number of tents set up. So we've made our way through 3 or 4, looking at the quilts and some, what I thought were sewing machines. I don't know how long it would take to actually go through every tent, every booth here, but we're just skimming our way through, spending the morning looking for potential treasure. We are finding some spooky things. You might notice in some of the footage things, from rough parts of history because of where we are and because of how old these items are.
Something smells good.
It smells very good.
Oh, they have a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh. Yeah, that man earlier asked me if I wanted a smoked turkey leg.
That sounded
but
good.
I thought, not this early.
You can get a biscuit and gravy.
Nice.
My first treasure. It's a cute picture, and it's handmade in Italy, in Pizzato.
Very cute.
Very cute, $15.
All right, I'm coming in with a little bit of voiceover here. My friend Lauren always talks about me sitting down to do voiceover, and I say I don't really do voiceover often. Usually I talk to the camera in real time. But in this specific booth, the one with all the quilts, they were blasting their country music. So it was hard to hear, and then I wouldn't be able to put that in easily. So we get some voiceover. We hit the mother lode here with quilts, and this is what I was dreaming of. However, the quilts that we've discovered are much higher quality than I expected. A lot of them are completely hand quilted, and they're in great condition. So they're expensive, as they should be. So we didn't purchase any of these. Spoiler alert, our favorite quilt that Ned pointed out was almost $400. And so that wasn't our budget. If you remember, we started with a modest $50, or not really modest, a generous, I think, yard sale budget for us of $50 to come away with a keepsake. So I enjoyed admiring these, and what I really appreciated is that they were tagged with details of the pattern, details of the maker. And so it would say if it was machine quilted and hand finished, if it was completely hand quilted. And this blue and white here was our favorite. And it's in great condition, completely done by hand for $395. Hand quilted.
That's amazing.
It did not come home with us. Maybe in another 10 years, our yard sale budget will be $500. We can come home with a vintage quilt and some trinkets. But I really was so glad to wander into this booth towards the tail end of our yard sale adventure. We were watching the clock so that we could get home to our other appointments and activities for the day. And I was really glad that this seller had all sorts of handmade items, crochet, even doilies and some lace work, things that were really special. And we got to visit a little bit with the curator of this booth. They had come from Florida, and they come up every year. And I guess this is sort of the theme of items they have, which was good to know. So this might be a place that we seek out next year. so that we can come back and specifically see what sort of quilts and crochet and handmade items they've collected in the next year. All right, success at Pickersfield.
Got some good stuff.
That was fun. So we made 2 purchases and we spent our $50.
Yep. We were $5 under budget
Oh, that's good.
with our 2 items.
So I'm glad we found 2, I don't know, unique items.
Yeah.
We'll show them at home in detail. It was nice to see all the quilts.
Yeah.
The
Really
quilts
beautiful ones.
were expensive. Our favorite quilt was one of the hand quilted
Yeah.
in great condition.
Yeah.
And it was
like
really
$400.
So it did not come home with us, and that's okay. But of course, we understand why things are that expensive, especially if it's a handmade item.
Yeah. And when it's been preserved so well for so many years.
Mhm. So that was fun to see. I'm a little jealous, maybe, of the people that I saw online who found quilts for $20.
Yeah.
But who knows what that quilt was like?
That's true.
It probably was not hand quilted.
Right.
So who knows? It could have been a mass-produced quilt.
Yeah. And it may have been junky.
It might have been made yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to see some things, some special pieces.
Yeah.
And this was fun.
Very fun. I'm excited to come back next year.
All right, we're back home after what I think was a successful morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we were driving back, it was so busy. The stretch of highway between Pickersfield and our house, which is only about 6 or 7 minutes of a drive, was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we started. We started about 8:30.
Mhm.
Hi, Mabel.
Yes, we did start at 8:30. Thank you.
I think we would have had a very different experience had we started later in the morning or gone later in the day. But that was a lot of fun.
I'm excited to go back next year.
Yeah, it'll be nice to do it again. And maybe to do some research to see if sellers advertise what types of things they have. So you can go to specific vendors or specific parts of town or the yard sale itself.
Yeah. Or on specific days, because it did sound like
Yeah.
everybody restocks each day.
Yeah. So we didn't see yarn,
No.
which doesn't surprise me, but I kind of expected to find some of it. And maybe there was yarn at the beginning of the sale, or maybe in other places that we didn't visit.
Yeah.
We did see a lot of quilts. Several of the quilts were really nice and really expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, before we finish this video, we wanted to show you what we ended up with up close. The first pick was this picture, Ned's pick.
Very excited about it. And I think I got it for $15.
It's really cute. The little mouth is the spout.
Yeah.
Which is adorable. And then the second pick is this pillow. And I think it's adorable.
Looks like Gus.
Looks a lot like Gus. My plan is to give it a wash, do some hand washing. I just unzipped it when we got home to see what kind of pillow fill or pillow form is inside. And it's, I don't know, mushy and old, and we don't know where it came from. So I think I'm going to pull out the pillow form and refill it with something else. Give this a good wash.
It'll be a nice
It's
match
really
to
cute.
our Mabel pillow.
So now we have a Gus pillow and a Mabel pillow, which I think is really sweet and appropriate. So we found 2 good things. We stayed under budget.
Yep. $5.
$5 under budget. So that was fun. And we visited 3 different fields and went to several different tents. It was an eye-opening experience.
Yeah.
I'll
Really
say.
fun.
Yeah. So thanks for coming along with us.
Can you wave for the camera, little boy? Hello.
I love you. I love you. Do you love me? I love you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I love when he says, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I think you're getting attacked right now by 2 dogs. What do you think, Mabel? What do you think, Frederick?
She's like, I approve.
And this is our family. As I mentioned, I always try to be very careful with any sort of textile good that I bring into the home or anything that's going to be near my yarn supply, my sweaters, any of our blankets. So the last thing I'm going to do for now is give this a wash. And I already pulled out the pillow insert, and we'll get a new pillow insert or stuff it with polyfill, whatever we need to do there. And I'm going to remove the tags. I've got my basin that I use for all of my sweater washing and blocking. And then I've got some of my Euclid non-rinse wool wash. And because I make sweaters, because I work with wool all the time, I have these supplies. So looking at this piece, it says the materials of the pillowcase are wool, and then the threads to make up this cross-stitch situation are cotton. So I'm just going to give it a bath. I won't have to rinse it out or wring it out, but this will be a nice step in making sure that it's clean and making sure that I'm not, or hopefully not, bringing any new critters or pests into my house where I have all of my very cherished fiber supplies. Depending on my fiber content and how it might react to different temperatures of water, I choose what I should use to soak things. So for this, I'm adding a sort of lukewarm temperature water to the basin. I don't think this is at risk of felting or shrinking up like some of my sweaters would be. And now that I have my water, I'm just going to add a little drizzle, a little splash of the Euclid. And I always like to give it a swish just to make sure that whatever detergent I'm using, whatever wool wash I've chosen, it gets mixed in. And then I've got a couple of little tags here on the bag, tags and labels I can remove. I've been keeping one of my pairs of Guggenheim scissors. This was I don't know if it was like a 6-inch power scissor that I treated myself to back at Christmas time. And it's a very sharp pair of scissors with a full-sized handle. And I just love them. So their new place, their permanent place in this house is on a little hook right here in the kitchen. So as we open mail, as we need it for anything here in the house, we know where they are, and they get a lot of use. Okay, so now our sweet little Gus pillow can have a bath. And I'm just going to make sure it's fully submerged. I'll leave this for probably 40-45 minutes. I think I'm going to make some cookie dough. So this will have its bath while I make the dough. And then I'll pull it out. I won't need to rinse it, but I will press some of the water out gently and then just lay it flat to dry. And then we'll be all set. All right, that sums up our adventure with this world's longest yard sale. I hope you've enjoyed a different kind of video. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us. I thought it was fun. It was fun to get to go with Ned to explore. It felt like a very southern activity. We saw some characters. We saw some very interesting pieces. We saw some things that, I don't know. I don't know who might be in the market to buy at the various booths and tents at the yard sale. And we also saw some really incredible special antiques, some beautiful products, beautiful pieces of art and handcrafted things. And there was a lot of food that smelled great. So it was a fun adventure. As I was driving back through town later in the day, the traffic was insane near those fields that we visited. It was crazy. So I'm glad we went this morning. Our morning experience was pretty straightforward. It was easy enough to park, easy enough to take everything in, make our way through the fields without feeling like we were at a theme park or a Buc-ee's on grand opening day. So we had fun. I hope you've enjoyed coming with us. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've been to this yard sale, if you have sales or interesting, unique places that you like to do some of your shopping, and what treasures you might find in those places. I visited a dead stock yarn warehouse in Rhode Island last year, and that was the most unique place, probably still is the most unique place that I've been for fiber and fiber adjacent shopping. So I'd love to hear some of your stories and some of your recommendations in the comments. As always, you can find me over on Instagram and Ravelry at makermarkknits. You can also find me on Patreon, where we get together for virtual crafting sessions about 4 times a month. The upcoming dates are here on the screen, and you can find out how to join us in the pinned comment below this video and also in the description box. As always, I really appreciate you choosing to spend some time with us, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy crafting to you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.